Hey guys, so today I have a huge book haul for you. I bought a ton of books, so I can't wait to share them with you guys. And yeah, this is gonna be a really long book haul, so I probably won't go into a whole lot of detail on each book, but I'll tell you kind of why I bought them. Yeah, these are all the books I bought in October. I think I bought too many. Stopped by the book section and I went a little crazy. The first book is The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up by Marie Kondo. I've seen a lot about this book on YouTube, not necessarily from booktubers, but like a lot of the other YouTubers I follow, so I really wanted to read this. And this book is essentially about decluttering your life and living a more simpler life. So I'm excited to read this one. Maybe it'll stop me from buying even more books than I already have, so we will see. I also got Finding Audrey by Sophie Kinsella, and I really, I've seen this book at Target every time I go, and I've never bought it, but I didn't know too much about it actually until recently. I watched a video from Lindsay Ray where she did a whole video on Sophie Kinsella books, and this one was probably the one that interested me the most. So I decided, why not pick it up now, since I was already there buying books and it was always there when I would look, so I got this one. I also got Elizabeth Gilbert's new book, Big Magic: Creative Living Beyond Fear. And I don't know too much about it. I literally just discovered it when I was at Target, but I'm excited to read it. I loved Eat, Pray, Love, and I'm hoping this will be very inspirational. I think the cover is beautiful too. That's kind of what actually grabbed me. So I'm really excited to read this one, and I hope it like boosts my creative thinking and gets me inspired to write more. So yeah, hopefully I will get to this book soon. And I could not resist going and getting Carry On by Rowell. Even though I was not a fan of Fangirl, I had to pick up this book because I was curious to see how she would further build this world. And it's a really long book. I was not expecting this when it came out. So yeah, hopefully I'll get to this one soon. Okay, so those are all the books I got from Target, and now all these other books I went on like a huge book buying spree at Book Outlet because their books are just so inexpensive and you kind of have to rush and buy them before they run out. I just had to get all these books because I knew I was going to read them eventually, and yeah, so the first books that I got, I was not really even intending to get these. I just noticed that they had the whole series on Book Outlet for a really decent price, so I was like, why not? And I've always seen these around, and that is the Everlost series by Neil Shusterman. I don't know too much about this book. I've heard his name quite a lot. He has a lot of series out, and I've never actually gotten to read any of his books before, so I figured why not give it a shot. They were a really good price, and I got all three, so yeah, this will definitely be read soon. I was not expecting them to be this big, actually. I don't know, for some reason, like when I looked them up, they just looked smaller for some reason, but yeah. So I'm super excited to get to these. So I also got This Side of Salvation by Jerry Smith Reddy. And I didn't know anything about this book either before I saw it on Book Outlet, but it looks really interesting. It's kind of about this boy. His older brother has passed away, and so his parents are dealing with the loss of their son and gravitate toward religion to help them cope. And so the younger brother is kind of deciding whether or not he wants to go in that direction or go in a different direction. So I thought it would be pretty interesting. Seems like a good contemporary novel, and I don't read a lot of contemporary books, so I thought I'd pick it up. So the next book that I got is The Shadow Holds the Beginning by C.C. Hunter. And it's actually two books, Born at Midnight and Awake at Dawn, all in one. So but it's basically about a girl who goes to this boarding school and finds out the boarding school is full of supernatural students, and I think she discovers that she's supernatural too, or has some gifts. So I thought it would be really cool to check it out. And I got Afterworlds by Scott Westerfield. This one interested me because it's about a girl who's writing a novel. Her novel is about to get published. And I thought it would be just an interesting book to read because, you know, that's one of my dreams, is to become a published author. And yeah, it's a really big book and I think it's gonna be really good, so I'm super excited to read this one. Another book that I learned about on BookTube but never thought about buying until I found it on Book Outlet was The Glass Sentence by S.E. Grove. And this book seems really interesting. I know it's about maps and traveling, and I love traveling, so I'm really excited to read it. And I think the cover is beautiful. Like, the jacket is this clear almost, and then this is the actual like hardcover of the book. So I think it's so pretty and I'm so glad I got it, and I cannot wait to get the second one even though I even haven't read it yet. I just want to get these because the covers are so beautiful. I also got Strands of Bronze and Gold by Jane Nickerson. This book I'd never heard of before, and I was just browsing Book Outlet and found it, and it seems really interesting. It's about a girl named Sophia, and her father has just passed away, and she's learned that she has this rich godfather that wants to take her in, and it's kind of just about her going from being, you know, less fortunate to living this charming and extravagant lifestyle. So I think it should be really interesting. Yeah, and it says it's the Bluebeard fairy tale retold. I don't know what the Bluebeard fairy tale is, so I'm probably gonna have to do some research, but if you guys know what it is, please comment and let me know down below. And since the Christmas season is coming up soon, well, we still got like a few more months, but I decided, since my true love gave to me 12 holiday stories edited by Stephanie Perkins was available on Book Outlet, I decided why not get it. I can't wait to read this. I'm probably gonna read it in December, so, you know, get into the holiday season. But I've heard a lot about this book, a lot of good things, and cannot wait to get to this one. So we're not even like halfway done with the books that I got, but the next book I have here is In Light of What We Know by Zaya Hadir Rahman. And sorry if I'm butchering your name. I've never heard of it before until I was browsing around Book Outlet, like many of the books you see here today. But I thought the cover was beautiful and I just love the name. And so I thought I would pick it up, see what it's about. I also got The Grace of Kings by Ken Liu. This book I've never heard of either, but I thought it was interesting. It has these really beautiful maps inside the book cover. And it's a love story, I believe. But oh, here's another one, and I just thought it would be a really great book to read, so I'm super excited to get to this one. It's kind of thick, but it looks really interesting, and yeah, I don't know too much about it, but I kind of want to go in this one without knowing a lot. So I lied, not all these books are from Book Outlet. I actually picked up a few books from Amazon. So the first book I got from Amazon was Red Queen by Victoria Aveyard, and of course this book has been everywhere on BookTube and I have not yet read it. Guilty. So finally got it, so now I get to read it. I also got Sold by Patricia McCormick. I've heard a lot of great things about this book. I'm kind of nervous to read it though because I've heard it's really sad and you kind of have to be in a bright state of mind to read this one. I also got A Darker Shade of Magic by V.E. Schwab. And of course the cover is beautiful, and I've heard a lot of great things about this book. Back when I was younger, I read The Golden Compass by Philip Pullman. I had the first book, but I never actually finished the series and read the other two books. But I decided I wanted to get the rest of the books, and on Amazon I found the whole entire series in one book, and I thought, why not get it? It's such a beautiful cover. And the last book I got from Amazon is Snow Like Ashes by Sarah Rash. It sounds really interesting, and the second book is out, so I had to pick it up so I could catch up on the series. So super excited to get to this one. So back to Book Outlet, I have 4 more books I got from them, and the first one is Artemis Awakening by Jane Linsgold. So the other book is 100 Sideways Miles by Andrew Smith, and this is the same author who wrote Ringer, and I have not read that book, but I've heard really great things about it. I also got Chipettes' Daughter by Naomi Reagan, and I got this one because it takes place in Jerusalem and I want to kind of read something about that setting. It looks really interesting. And yeah, I don't know too much about it. Again, just browsing through Book Outlet and saw it and put it in my basket. So hopefully it's really good. And the last book is The Uncanny Reader, Stories from the Shadows, edited by Marjorie Sandor. And this one is kind of just like supernatural stories, kind of ghost stories, I guess. I'm not sure. I was trying to get this one to read for Halloween, but I did not get to it in October, so I probably will get to it for November. And I like the idea of reading short stories every now and then. I could read a short story every day and still feel accomplished in my reading goals. So those are all the books that I got for the month of October. And we still have a week left in October, so who knows? There may be even more books to come. I doubt it though. So yeah, I know this video is going to be really long, but I wanted to share with you guys all the books that I got because I've never heard of a lot of these until I was shopping on Book Outlet, so I thought I'd share them with you and see if you guys would be interested in them. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next week. Bye. So I'm super excited, and I wanted to create a video in honor of November on books about writing.